What's up, everybody? Another segment of Frankly My Dear. So, man, about to dive right into it. So, a couple days and set in now, since Wilder vs. Fury ended in a draw. And I have to say, man, in my opinion, the biggest loser on Saturday night was Anthony Joshua. Um, People wonder, you might wonder why I say Anthony Joshua was the biggest loser on Saturday night. He was the biggest loser because nobody's talking about him now. All of the talk is about a Fury versus Wilder rematch, how exciting the fight was, how just unbelievable the atmosphere was. How courageous these two guys were to get in the ring with one another. And Anthony Joshua is pretty much an afterthought, and that's how all of a sudden, he's trying to come back in the scene now, saying that all of a sudden he's willing to fight anyone, Fury or Wilder. And I think he's saying that because he knows he messed up by not taking that $50 million. Okay? Wilder has become, even though it ended in a draw, Wilder's popularity is increasing. Fury's popularity is through the roof as well. All because these two guys were willing to get in the ring, put their fear aside, whatever hesitation they had, and do what they paid to do. Fight it out. So now, Anthony Joshua's kind of in a situation where they were going to somewhat block out Wilder. Now he's kind of in a situation where he's gonna have to fight one of these guys now. He has to. He has nobody else to fight. He can fight Dillian White again, but I mean, he knocked him out the first time. I wouldn't be surprised if he knocked him out the second time. Even if White has improved since that first fight. Outside of that, he's already fought Dominique Brazil. It's really it's nowhere else for Anthony Joshua to go. Big Baby Miller, he could fight Big Baby Miller, but I doubt he fights him. It's really nowhere for him to go. He's gonna have to go, and he's gonna have to reasonably negotiate with Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury, whichever one he selects, or whichever one he chooses to fight. I saw there was a story that Eddie Hearn had flown out to LA to try to negotiate a fight with Deontay Wilder now. At this point, man, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the I would say this. It's more interest in Wilder fighting Fury, more interest in that rematch. People want to see that rematch bad, more than they would want to see Wilder versus Joshua, I think, at this point. I will say I think Fury and Joshua is a fight that in their country is a mega fight. I think that is a mega fight that might that people might want more than Wilder Fury too. But outside of that, I don't think, I feel like he missed the train. He missed out on the money. He could still make the money, where if he fights Fury in the UK, which that's most likely nowhere else for him to fight him if he fought him in Wembley. But nobody's talking about him. They're talking about him, but now you're starting to see the narrative that people been saying, well, that the real ones been saying about this dude from the beginning. This dude wanted to be real strategic with his career. Because you can't knock a man when it comes to, trying to maximize his worth. But at the same time, man, you in the sport of boxing. Your job is to get in there and fight the best, okay? And you sat here, you were trying to wait Wilder out, but now you see Wilder is hot now, Fury is hot now, and you are not. People are starting to pick up on that, man. They starting to pick up on the fact that it's nowhere else for you to go. You gonna have to fight one of these guys, and another guy out there that you need to take a look at, but you probably scared to fight him too, is Luis Ortiz, okay? Because in my opinion, Ortiz is still he's right up there in the mix with those guys from a skill level. I don't care how old he is, the guy can fight. The guy, he doesn't operate in the ring like an old man. The guy is, regardless how old he is, he don't fight like he old. So, honestly, that's probably the only big fight that Joshua has on a worldwide scale. On a UK scale, him versus Dillian White would be, a good fight over there. But on a bigger scale, get some of the UK market, bring the UK market and the United States market together. Even though Ortiz is from Cuba, if you want to fight this, you can bring both countries together and become a bigger star over here. That would be a fight. That would be the fight to do it. But I doubt you fight him. I doubt you fight Luis Ortiz. I don't think that. I don't think the Wilder fight is gonna happen with you next. If it does, I would be surprised. But honestly, at this point, I don't think people are even thinking about that. People are still stuck on the performances they seen from these two warriors this past weekend. Joshua, you're in a pretty tough situation, because even if you were to negotiate with Tyson Fury, man, Tyson Fury got a lot of leverage now as well. Okay, Tyson Fury now has become a big name in the United States, and he's already a big name in the UK. So he got leverage over you. Like I said, Deontay Wilder's popularity is increasingly growing. He's getting leverage over you. So, you put yourself in a tough situation. I hope you do fight these guys, man. And if you beat them, so be it. I will give you the respect as a champion, which is what you would be, an undisputed champion at that, man. But hopefully one of these fights get done. I don't want to see Wilder Joshua before I see Wilder and Fury in a rematch. But if it was to happen, I would greatly still appreciate it. I definitely would want to see Joshua and Fury, but I wouldn't want to see that match before a Wilder Fury rematch. These guys have to fight that rematch. Then maybe they'll let you in the door, Joshua. But anyways, man, y'all let me know what you all think. Hit the like button, subscribe button, comment. Y'all have a productive day. 1.